That commercial's old, ladies. We got to change it up. So, guys, tonight, Chris and I have a very special, what we call full panel. There may even be one more joining us. And these are the ladies in the outdoors. These ladies we have on tonight have been part of the calendar contest and have won. And Faith made it very clear these ladies are fantastic. And I'm going to let you ladies take the show from here. If Lisa, I've contacted you the most, I'll let you start with who you are and what you're about.
All right. Hi, my name is Lisa Bumer. I'm out of St. Louis, Missouri. I'm active with the National Wild Turkey Federation, an active committee member. Absolutely love it. I'm also a master angler ambassador for Lowe's Lures, fishing lures, custom fishing lures, and also pro staff for RTD turkey calls. Main love is turkey hunting. And then I also do love to go snagging for spoonbill and deer hunting. And all summer between season and deer season, we go night with Lake Taneycomo with big few trout. So that's pretty much what I do in a nutshell.
That sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot. So I'm going to let each one of you introduce yourself. Let's go with Alexis.
Hey guys, I'm Alexis. I'm from Bastrop, Louisiana. It's a little town in North Louisiana. A trauma nurse, so I'm outside of work right now. But I hunt alligators mostly. We do a lot of fishing, especially offshore fishing. A lot of deer hunting, but I mean, we mostly stay towards fishing, deer hunting. We only hunt alligators throughout the season, but that's about all.
It's okay. Let's move to Kelly.
All right. Well, I'm Kelly Stebbins. I'm from Overbrook, Kansas, and I'm actually a high school teacher. So I stay pretty busy with that, but it also gives me a lot of flexibility to be outside and doing the things I love. So my main focus is whitetail deer, although I really want to hunt some turkey. So that's on the list when I get the opportunity. And really over the last 5 or 6 years, I've been able to hone in on my deer hunting, and my kids are older now, so I have a lot of freedom to do that. And so I've had some really good adventures and learned a lot just in the last few years. And I've been working in a little bit with Scent Thief and talking about pro staffing with them. So I've got a meeting with them this week, so we'll see where that goes. But I just kind of fell into that because I was bragging about them at a bow shop that I love, and word got back to somebody there and they wanted to meet me. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Let's see. I grew up on a cattle ranch and on a feedlot. So my dad was a cattle buyer, and we had commercial cattle and fat cattle. So I grew up on the back of a horse and chasing cattle. And I still keep horses and keep a few cows of my own when I can. So there's always something to do, for sure.
Definitely. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. Pam, we'll let you introduce yourself before we move on.
Hi, I'm Pamela Woods. I'm from Union City, Pennsylvania, just below Erie, Pennsylvania. And I am a long line of hunters in my family. I grew up when it wasn't cool for women necessarily to be hunting, but I had 5 older brothers and a very avid dad and uncles and cousins that all came and hunted on our land. So it was kind of raised and instilled in me to be a hunter. I've hunted everything from coyote to turkey to whitetail deer. I do fish a little bit, only when I'm on vacation, to be honest with you, but I do enjoy fishing too. But yeah, I've been hunting ever since I was old enough to walk out in the woods, basically, to be honest.
So I'm going to let you answer one at a time. What state are you all from? You're from PA.
Yes.
Ben has a short-term memory loss.
Lisa? Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody understands where you're from. Lisa?
I'm from Missouri.
Okay. Alexis?
Louisiana.
And Kelly?
Kansas.
All right. Just so everybody knows, you ladies are not just from the same area. This is not just a group of ladies who sit in one little area and talk. You guys have all met through your hunting and fishing experiences, correct?
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about the calendar contest that brought all you ladies together. And I don't care who goes first. Again, we'll raise a hand. That way we don't interrupt each other. But tell us a little bit about how you got together and where this all came from.
I'll go first.
There we go. I knew somebody'd raise it.
The calendar, the proceeds this year, a portion of it goes to the Julia Gray Foundation, and it's a little girl that was 7 years old and lost her life due to a type of infection that was from a mosquito bite. And it's pretty rare, but she lost her life, I believe it was last summer. And so that's where the proceeds went to is the Julia Grace. So
Oh,
we
that's
all
incredible.
really met, but again in the calendar.
Well, you can't say that no more. You have officially met.
Yeah, I have, absolutely. I friend requested each one of the girls too, just to get to know and see what everybody's about. So I just love that working.
Sorry, I brought up the raising hand rule, and look what I did. Look, but Chris did pull up your calendar here for everybody. These are the pictures that you ladies have submitted, correct, to be part of the calendar?
Yes.
Correct.
So just a calendar alone, I know for myself, is incredible. I mean, to see all you ladies at one time doing something different is just is incredible to me. So, Alexis, I'm going to go to you. What got you into hunting alligators? Like, what brought that on?
Louisiana, living there. I actually have a scar on my head from an alligator when I was 4. So that's just, I guess you could say it's a Louisiana thing. We actually have some friends down south that we bow hunt with. They're like bow fish. And they, whenever it's not bow fishing season, turns alligator season, they get a ton of tags and we go hunt alligators. And they called us one day and they're like, hey, you want to go hunt alligators? So that's kind of how that started. But I mean, it's kind of a yearly thing for us. But I mean, it's Louisiana. There's alligators everywhere. It's kind of something everybody does there.
You're definitely stronger than me. Okay, I'd cry. I don't know if I could do it. I always wanted to do it, but I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, they're fun. I mean, you have to. It's really not bad. I mean, you trap them on a hook pretty much, and then you pull them out to the boat and shoot them. But I mean, one of the ones that I caught this year, I mean, it was bedded up under a bed. So I mean, we had to try every which way we could to get it because its head was in there first. So all we could get was a tail. I mean, it took us at one point sticking our hands in the water trying to find a tail and hoping that there wasn't a head there.
You know what I think of as the moment I seen your picture on that website?
What?
Shoot, Liz, shoot. That's what I thought of right away. I don't know why. I always loved that movie Swamp People, and I was the first thing I thought of.
I travel nurse. I'm in West Texas right now, and everybody catches on to my accent over here, but that's the first thing. Once they find out the alligator thing, they bring up Swamp People. That's the first thing they bring up.
I think it's incredible. I think the fact that you aren't scared and that it was something brought up in your family to do is awesome.
Yeah.
I've never done it. Always said I'm gonna. I commend you for having the guts to even get on that boat, let alone doing it. So I think that's incredible. Sorry, Kelly, you brought up turkey hunting. Now, is turkey hunting a passion of yours, or is that just something you have an intention you have to get done?
I have an intention, so it's something I haven't done a lot of, but I just love hunting, and I've always got turkey on camera. So as soon as we loosen up a little bit and we don't have the limited draw, I'm hoping that I can make that a yearly thing as well.
So what's your favorite thing to hunt? If you had to pick one thing you would focus on, what would that be?
It's the whitetail deer. I just love it. And, everything about it. I love being in the woods. I really like the challenge. This year, I try to get better every year. And this year I scouted a new spot on myself and decided I liked it and I wanted to try it. And I ended up in Buckhaven. So I was really proud of myself. And I do it independently, and it's for me, it's a way to escape, and any time in the woods is never wasted. And so it's kind of where I go to decompress and think, and it's like thinking trees, I guess. So uh, I'm hooked, and I'll always be out hunting as long as I possibly can. So, and each year I've gotten a little bit better buck, and so now I keep raising my standards. So it's probably gonna get a little harder.
I have to say that you said something every woman that's been on here so far has said, which is it's my way to decompress and get away.
Yes, I'm an
Uh,
introvert too. So like, and teaching, I teach high school, and so like with our
Oof.
class sizes now, I see 184 kids a day, and it's like decision fatigue and drama and all the things. And so I am literally throwing elbows when the bell rings during hunting season, and I'm trying to beat them out of the parking lot so I can get to a tree stand and get those evenings done during the school week. So, but it's where I go and rest. I don't need to talk to people. I don't need company in the tree. I will take nieces and nephews, and my kids go with me. I call it forced family fun time. So, but I don't have to force them. They're pretty fun. But it's a way to go to the woods and decompress and get in touch with nature again. And being in the woods is like a second home for me. My grandparents live around Clinton Lake, and that's just outside of Lawrence. My grandparents helped us out with a horse trail system around this lake decades ago, and so I grew up riding those horse trails and on the back of a horse when I was 2, 3 years old. And so where I go is the woods, and so it's just another opportunity to get out there.
I think that's pretty cool. So, Pam, I know you're from PA, and I know that, Pennsylvania bucks are our thing, right? And spring gobbler turkey. I already know we don't need tags here. We can buy 2.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's your thing? What's your passion when you go out in the woods that you gotta hunt? What's that thing that you just drives you to keep going out there?
Well, my favorite season is for whitetail, to be honest with you. I love being out there, love if it's a beautiful fall day, just enjoying nature and anything that comes by, basically. We have an antler restriction here in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure what other the states do that too, but so you can pass up 4 or 5 buck that just aren't legal. So you have to have a lot of patience. You do. And I've passed up a lot. Like, man, I really I could grow another point on that, but so it's really made Pennsylvania deer a lot larger. Um, the antlers and being patient, just enjoying it. I love being out there with no matter what it is. Like turkey season, I like because it's early in the morning, you're waking everything up, it's waking up and it's just a peaceful time for me. I've always been a little country girl, so I love going for walks out in the woods, just endlessly, just spending time out there. So anytime I can spend in the woods or in nature, I love to take pictures of nature. I love actually today I went and eagles are out big time here. And
Right now.
yeah, eagles. So I've got quite a few pictures of them, get them swooping down, catching fish and taking off. It's pretty amazing watching them on their nests and stuff like that. So doesn't necessarily have to be something that I'm hunting, but just enjoying being there.
That's awesome. I love listening to you guys. I don't know what it is. There's just something about you women that every woman we had on this show so far that gives me this feeling in my heart that makes me happy. I love that no one stopped you ladies from doing any of this and you just enjoy it as much as anybody else. I can tell you that my own daughter has had a bad experience where she's always judged. Every time she wants to get in the woods, that's not for guys. That's not for girls. This is a guy sport. So we dedicated this month just to make sure people know that this is real. Like, women do this and they love it. And I love seeing how happy you ladies are talking about it. It just makes me very happy. So Lisa, you're with the National Wildlife Turkey Federation, right? So I mean, let's face facts, you love them big gobblers, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm going to ask you something, and I already know the answer, but I want everybody to hear this from a different point of view. But when you hear that gobbler screaming coming up over the hill, is there anything out there that can compare to that noise? Any excitement that you feel that comes close?
For me, absolutely not. I've heard from people that are elk hunters that an elk bugling definitely beats out a turkey gobbling, but I haven't had a chance to do that, so I don't know. But there's nothing like turkey hunting to me. And I absolutely love whitetail deer hunting too. And I've done other types of hunting, but there's nothing like wild turkey hunting.
So I'm going to ask you all this. What's the oddest thing you've hunted or fished for? Like, what would be the oddest thing out in the woods that you would think was just weird, but you hunted it and tried it?
Coons.
Coons. Who said that?
Me.
Coons. Okay. I like that one. I have hunted coons. That's a lot of fun with dogs. That is a ton of fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have had as a child, actually. Our whole family went out hunting. We take off at 9 o'clock at night, all of us with flashlights, headlamps, and the dog, and we all go out. That was when, you could get some money for a hide. So
His furs aren't worth nothing.
no, not now.
All right. So let me hear it, Kelly. What's the weirdest thing?
I couldn't think of anything weird. I know when I was growing up, my sister and I we would just grab a couple rifles and go out and, 22s actually, and go out and hunt squirrels. So one time I took a shotgun and that was devastating for the squirrels. I was pretty younger, pummeled them. And then my brother actually coon hunted for years and years. My older brother, Justin, he had really nice treeing walker coon hounds. And I can still hear their bellowing in my head. And he would go out and hunt at night. And, a couple times I went along with him, but man, I got a little spooked out there. He's brave to go out there all night, and he had a good time doing it though. He's grown up and now, but I remember that a lot. So that was fun.
I respect your honesty. Just so you know, I don't want to interrupt, but I respect your honesty. You're a little spooked. I respect that. Sorry.
Well, thank you. Yeah. So I remember, hunting bullfrogs at a pond with a BB gun. So yeah, feel bad about that now.
Well, okay, but that's kind of weird, right? I mean, it's not something you hunt every day.
And what's weird that I do want to hunt is, have you seen those people on, on reels and stuff online where they have pellet guns and they're hunting rats? I so want to do that. Or like the guys that hunt iguanas in Florida. Come on, man. I want to go shoot some iguanas in Florida. I want to do that.
Okay. I'm going to give you, I think that would be cool.
And a pellet gun with rats. So
pellet gun with rats. Okay. I'm going to interfere. Red lights or during day?
At night with the green lamps and stuff. Like,
okay.
Full on Rambo. So I would like to go prairie dog hunting.
There you go.
They're hell on a horse. Oh, I'm sorry about my language, but they're pretty dangerous for a horse. And I know some friends at big ranches that have actually, gone down in a hole, and it's a bad wreck. So, and they carry the plague. So there's that.
All right. I'm liking these answers. Lisa, let me hear it.
I think I have a couple actually. So one will be starting here in Missouri on March 15th is spoonbill paddlefish snagging season. And that's where you either jerk the hooks or you use dipsy divers and hook into monster paddlefish, which I meant to send you a picture of that. So I apologize ahead of time, but that starts in the beginning or the mid-March and then goes till the end of April. We don't do it the whole season because we're off turkey hunting after a couple. So that's one thing. Another thing that a lot of people find really odd is the fact that we go night wade fishing for trout. So we put on waders chest deep in the river for monster brown trout. well, we go for big rainbows too, but we're really after the big brown trout. And we'll start normally at 10 o'clock at night and go until like 4 in the morning if the fishing's good. If the bite's good, we're there as long as they're biting. So to a lot of people, it's really creepy. It took me being one of the scary movies, and I always think of that.
Sorry, we lost you for a second. Go ahead. She's bad connection. We lost you. I think, Chris, I don't know if you can control it, but we lost her voice button.
Oh, it's not. It's just it's got to be over there because I'm looking at it right now and it says unmute, but it says the mic isn't connected.
Yeah, I thought so. She lost service.
So if she can refresh, just up, on the browser, refresh and come back in, that should fix it.
All right, I'll shoot her a message.
I'm sure
Chris,
she can
you had
hear
a
it.
question.
Oh my God, that was so long ago.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm way too stoned to remember. I'm just kidding.
No. Chris. Oh, that's why I love him. He keeps me laughing.
No, we were just at, speaking of the strange things you hunting and so on, we were just at a thing called Taste of the Wild. I don't know if you got to hear about that, but they had all these different, real different kinds of meats there. And we actually got to try raccoon sausage, coyote, and bobcat I ate. And it was all
Groundhog.
just all ground. God bless groundhog. Yes.
We tried some weird stuff, ladies. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was different.
Crow. Yep, we had that.
It was different. So we went to your weirdest, and we went to your most fun thing.
Well, what's Miss Alexis? Did you get her? Or
Yep.
Did I miss?
Coon.
Okay.
I mean, we do a lot of frog hunting in Louisiana too, though. I heard Kelly say that, but we go night frogging, where you're hanging off the front of the boat trying to catch a frog.
I keep hearing it's good though.
I don't eat frog. That's one thing I won't touch. I can't get past how they are before you cook them.
Right.
So my question is, do you actually hunt them or do you grab them? I've never hunted frog.
So you go down the bank with the spotlight at nighttime. Depending on who you're with, you're going pretty fast. Some people go slow. And then when you see the eyes, they'll pull up. Most of the time, somebody's hanging off the front of the boat and you literally just like reach your hand out there and try to grab it. You have a gig that you can try to stab at them, but most of the time we just use our hands.
Did you ever like grab anything you shouldn't have grabbed?
You have to watch out for snakes.
Ugh.
He had me. I was good till then.
You
I'm
please
more
pass
afraid of
it
that
off.
than a gator. And I rattlesnake hunt with some guys this year for the first time ever, and I'm telling you, I still. You ladies are my heroes. Hearing all your stories, I'm scared. So I talked to Faith at the beginning of all this, and Faith was, I want to stress, super proud to have you ladies as part of her team. And she absolutely adores every one of you ladies. And I thought that was just an incredible thing. I had to tell you, is on here was she made it very known that you ladies are part of this, and that you ladies have your own special place in this. And I thought that was really cool. I mean, there's a group of yous, man. When she was sending, she's like, listen, these are it. These are the real deal. Your ladies' names were flying. It was like dealing cards. She had so many, but them ones she gave, she just made sure she had. So I just think that's absolutely amazing. So you guys have never met before, right? I mean, you've met, but never really.
Not even really
No.
online. This is my first interaction online with these ladies. So, I mean, we have a Facebook group where, we're kept in the loop with things and we can communicate in there. But for me, this is the first time hearing your voices and all that. So.
What I have to know, what's the thoughts on that? All alone, what's the thoughts on, first interaction?
To me, it just feels easy. These are my people. So you're among people that appreciate the same things as you. They don't go, "Oh my God, you killed Bambi," and so you're like, "All right, this is my group." So to me, it's instantly easy.
I wanted to ask, if you were going to write a book today, what would it be? What's the title of it? Let's put it that way. If you're going to write a book, what's your title?
Oof.
I am Hunter.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Mine would probably be something like the struggles, or I don't know. I always take the long way around. I get where I'm going, but I take the struggle bus everywhere I go. So it'd probably be something along those lines.
All right.
I don't even know what mine would be. There's so many different things.
Well, you got to have a good one. All them frogs and gators you're hunting, you got to have something good hidden inside there.
Oh, I don't know.
No, nothing. Wow. Okay. All right. Fair enough. No pressure.
Sorry.
Lisa?
Think mine would be, I'm not weird, ... Well, maybe. Think it's crazy how addicted I think I do.
I love that. That is fantastic. Your
Family.
lady's honesty is awesome.
Yeah.
Lisa, I always say that everybody is weird. You just have to find your weird. So
Right. Exactly.
Listen, that's the truth. I'm sure if you ladies seen any part of our show, you guys have seen the tattoos on my arms. I'm weird. I just don't care. It is what it is.
That's okay.
You be you is what I tell my kids. You wake up every day and you be you, and you don't care what anybody else in this world thinks. And that's what you ladies are doing, and I love it. I love it. So, ladies in the outdoors, right? I have you on individually. Let's talk ladies in the outdoors. What does this group mean to you? I don't care who starts. Just raise a hand.
I'll go first. It's just nice to interact with other women that enjoy the same thing as what I do. I know a few people that hunt that are female, but as a group, and especially different states, see what you hunt. Obviously, we all hunt the same thing in Pennsylvania here because that's what we have access to. But to go out and alligator, we don't have those here. So that's kind of cool to be able to interact and hear about hunting those.
All right, I'll pick since nobody's raising their hand. I know you guys got some. Go ahead, Kelly.
Okay, well, to me, I think it's a way to represent and actually put faces to these ideas and excursions, and it puts real women front and center, and I hope that motivates people. And you see all these women doing these big things. I was looking through the photos of some of the contestants, and I was like, oh my God, this girl is bad. Like, that is awesome. So I think it just shows you how powerful women are and how we have a place in the hunting world. And I think there was kind of a stigma for a long time, but now people seem to really appreciate that and are becoming a lot more receptive to women in the hunting business. I think it just is normalizing things more, and it also gives a community. So I think it's just putting a face to the stories.
All right, Alexis, I'm calling you out.
I mean, I pretty much agree with what Kelly said. I mean, it puts it to where it's not just, hunting, everybody thinks, oh, it's a man's sport, or, men go deer hunting. So, it kind of just shows that it's not just men. There's ladies out there that do it and do, some of the same stuff as far as, getting in a climber and climbing up a tree and bow hunting out of it and stuff like that. Like, it's not just men that do it. And I know a lot of women that do this stuff on their own without a man. So, it just kind of shows that, it's kind of an all over, like Kelly said, just kind of killing the stigma of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, what do you want to add to that?
Just that I enjoyed networking with other like-minded, and I just think that it's just, as one of the other girls said, seeing everybody's pictures and what other people have done was so interesting to me, and like, wow, that's really cool. I never thought about doing that. You know, it's just kind of cool to network with people and find out what other people do. And like, Kelly, you want to go turkey hunting? We'll do it. So,
All right.
yeah, I have some other places in Kansas that aren't a draw. So whenever you're ready to do that,
All right.
so,
You will be hearing from me.
yeah, not that far. So, and like anybody ever wants to come do anything that I do, I'm totally open to it. I got friends from across the United States that come and trout fish with us during the summer. And we just, you know, fun to network to see what else is out.
So you ladies mentioned, and I heard more than one of you mention about it's not just a man's sport. Have any of yous, and especially Pam, I heard you say this, you know, when you started. Have any of yous really experienced that negativity from someone because you're a woman in the outdoors?
Actually, yeah. It was actually standing in line waiting to get my hunting license one year. And the hunting book that year happened to feature a woman on the cover. And he was an older gentleman, and I'm talking, you know, he was retirement age, say. And he was ripping up that book cover. And I'm not a very boisterous person, but I come out with that. And his comment to me was, "Do you have anything to prove that you're a hunter?" And I said, "If you'd like to see my wall, I can prove it to you." But he was very negative, very derogative about a woman hunting, and that's not her place to do that. And how dare they put a woman on the cover of a magazine that is hunting, especially the hunting license cover. And it was I just don't understand, I guess, because I grew up in a family where it was acceptable. I mean, I had older brothers, cousins, uncles, dad, you know, that they encouraged me that. They encouraged me to be successful. And actually, to be honest with you, I have a couple brothers that are still avid in hunting, and we make it a competition and get the biggest buck. So
How about any of you other ladies? Any of you other ladies experience any negativity or derogatory remarks towards it? Go ahead, Lisa. I seen you raise your hand.
Yeah, just once. I can remember years ago being, and the gentleman behind me saying, "Oh, does your husband want to look at a gun?" And I wanted to look at one, and I'm the one that generally purchases, and I have a pretty nice collection too. But I only ever experienced that once. I never really had anybody with negative anything to say about me hunting, but I do harvest a lot more than the guys that I know. So I think that just kind of shows something too. I think it's just getting out there, persistence that women have that definitely helps. So, but I never really run into any negative, anybody that has said anything about me being a woman. And but
It's always a question we ask because around here, and you hear from Pam here in PA, it definitely is something that happens a lot, and I think is really shitty. Excuse the French, but I'm saying shitty. I think it's really ignorant and mean, and I think it's uncalled for. So, Alexis or Kelly, have you ever run into any of that?
I can't say that I've run into negativity like that. Thankfully, I've been surrounded by supportive people, and my dad always hunted, and so it's in my crowd. It's been fine. I think what I've run into is sometimes with students or people who don't know this other side of me. I feel like I live a double life. Like there's one life where I am, professional in a dress, and I have all this stuff going on in my professional life. And so then when people hear that I hunt, they go, "Huh?" And I'm like, "Yes, we get our hands dirty. We don't just prance around and do nothing." And so I think sometimes people think that maybe women aren't going out and putting themselves in these different climates and situations. I think they're surprised to hear that we're tough and we're out there doing that.
That makes a lot of sense. Alexis, how about you?
I wouldn't really say any negativity. I mean, a lot of women hunt like from my area, but I mean, it's more so they're surprised, especially when they see like what some of the women down here kill or up north and stuff. I mean, they're kind of blown away by it. I know in West Texas, the gator thing just really blows their mind. They talk about it all the time at work. They call me the gator girl.
There's your book.
Yeah.
Just saying, there's your book. That fits. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. So, God, you don't even know. Like, Chris and I sat and had 15,000 questions. And I ain't gonna lie, so many of you women on at one time makes me a little nervous. All right? It's made me a little nervous. I don't know why, but it does. So, Chris, I know you had a couple questions. You want to answer? You want to ask some of yours? I don't want to just hog it all up.
Sure. Sorry. God bless. I was in. I do my stuff in the background thingy. This is one I've been wondering. What is your favorite? Well, I have two. I'm sorry. I have two. Forgive me.
Chris.
I'm not a fishing person. Do you prefer hunting or fishing better, or is it about equal?
Oh, I'll go. I love to fish. So my dad, I grew up crappie fishing with him and cleaning the fish with him and doing all the things. So if it's not hunting season, I'll be fishing, or I actually hunt morel mushrooms too. That add that to the list. So there's always something else. I love to fish too. So I actually stretched my budget a little bit last summer and purchased a used but new tri-tune. And I am like ready to hit the water, get out there and get fishing some more. So.
It's awesome. Anybody else?
I'll go. I mean, I don't really have a preference on either one. I mean, it's pretty much season. Like once it's fishing season, we fish. Once it's hunting season, we hunt. I mean, we hunt big game, elk. I've killed an elk. But I mean,
Nice.
My family also has a charter business down in the Gulf Coast. I mean, we do a lot of fishing during that time of the year too. Or we do, like she said, like we call them white perch, but white perch fishing, bass fishing. So, I mean, I wouldn't really say I prefer one over the other.
Go ahead, Pam.
Well, I'd have to say I prefer hunting myself. I don't really have any friends that have big boats. I mean, they do, they're out there walleye fishing and they're out there to get all they can get. So I just like to go out and just enjoy whatever it is, honestly, whatever it is. But I prefer archery season.
So I'm sorry, I did start to interrupt you. I apologize. I even raised my finger because I knew I messed up. So the other ladies are kind of like me, and I didn't get to Lisa yet, but they're like me, right? I'm an avid hunter. I hunt everything I can hunt, and then the moment that's done, I pick up a fishing rod and we just start from there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Chris hates fishing. Look at him; he's over there like I can't believe they're saying that. So while they're fishing, you're off season. Are you just hiking? Or are you just, taking pictures and enjoying? Where are you at in your downtime? There's this fishing.
You talking to me?
Yep.
Me? Okay. Yeah. I love to go out and just in spring, I love to look for sheds in the woods. I'm traveling the different lakes and different, we live up by Lake Erie. So I like to watch the morning sunrise. I like to watch the sunset, take pictures. There's all kinds of, there's white snow owls in the wintertime. This winter's been a little bit unusual. We haven't had a lot of snow. So I have not seen a white owl yet this winter, the snow owl. But right now the eagles are just, there's an enormous amount of them, and I'm not sure I've ever seen as many eagles this year as or in the past as I have this year. Anything wildlife. I have bird feeders in my backyard. I'll take pictures of my birds at the bird feeders, just anything.
So I'm going to tell you two things. One, don't hate me, but I hit one of them white owls with my core.
How's your luck?
It was not on purpose. I swear to God. I almost cried. I thought it was an angel. It was bad. I thought I hit an angel at first. I was seriously devastated. Then I was really upset when I realized it was a white owl. All right, so don't hate me for that. I'm sorry. I know you haven't seen one. The other thing is, bald eagles are so bad right now in our area that they're actually stealing the fish from my kids when they're fishing.
That was funny.
I have a video on TikTok where they stole my daughter's trout.
It's
Oh,
coming to
goodness.
kill me, she goes.
Yeah, she's like, it's gonna kill me. It's hilarious.
Oh my! Out on a boat? Were you out on a boat?
No, on shore, they come right down and take them.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, I think it's funny. My daughter doesn't. She's pretty
No,
terrified.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, I'm sorry I want to interrupt, but I had to tell you that. Where are you at now?
So I absolutely love, love, love fishing. I do love turkey hunting more, but I kind of just go more with the seasons. I know people who can't wait till turkey season starts and they're depressed all year. My year starts out with banquet season, going to different National Turkey Federation banquets for Whitetail Unlimited. Then we get to, I'm leaving on Wednesday to go to South Florida to go after an Osceola turkey for my 3rd year in a row. And I'm also going to go peacock bass fishing while I'm down there. Then we come back, our spoonbill snagging season starts. Then we go right into turkey season, and I normally hunt. This year it's just going to be 6 states, but it's normally 6 to 8 states. So then summer comes, trout fishing every single weekend. 5:30, we drive 4 hours, get to the river or the lake at 10 or 10:30 at night, fish until 4 in the morning, and then do the same thing the next night.
Oh
And then come
my!
week. So every single weekend during the summer, I spend at Lake Taneycomo in Branson, Missouri. Then we go into deer season, and then I normally will trout fish some weekends during deer season, depending on what's going on. If I've already tagged out in Missouri, I also deer hunt in Oklahoma. So it just kind of depends on what's going on. But the whole cycle starts over. So I absolutely love fishing, but it's more so also I love hunting, but you have such, short seasons. So thank goodness that I fell in love with fishing. So I have something to do in between the others.
Okay, so it sounds like you have every day planned out from the moment you start.
Yeah, pretty much. When it's time to plan, and I'm also a registered nurse, and we have to ask for our days off the November prior to, and it's a bid for our time off. So I mean, it's like they tell you what order you're in to put in your bid for the first 2 weeks, and then they individual days, and I kind of physically get sick while trying to figure it out because a lot of states don't have their dates out yet. You can guess when it's going to be, but yeah. It's intense,
It sounds intense. I wing it.
but at least I know I'm off the weekend. So trout fishing, I always know what I'm going to be doing then.
Lisa, I wing it. I'm fat and old. I just wing it. I don't mess around. I go right with everything. I love it. I love that you ladies have. I mean, that's awesome. You literally listening to you had every planned out. Every Kelly, Alexis, and Pam, they're like me. They're like, yeah, when it's down, we're gonna do this. I mean, you have it serious. I love it. That is awesome.
Weekend.
That's awesome. I mean, you are dead serious in this. Go ahead, Chris.
So my other one was, if you had a perfect outdoors trip, what would it look like?
I'll go first.
I know mine, but yeah.
Ooh, oh, yeah, this was quick. I'm excited.
Okay, Chris, do you want to tell yours first?
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna step out.
I think mine is next week or this week. I leave Wednesday for South Florida. How many times can you? And it's in Naples, so you're in a risky area. So you can go and harvest a subspecies of wild turkey that is only found in a portion of Florida. And I get to go peacock bass fishing, which is the only place that in the United States is Florida. So both of those in one trip is just a dream to me. So, and the last year I wore a special new camouflage and it was bright green. It was really pretty. And I found it. I thought that'd be perfect for Florida. And I got it and shot my turkey first thing on opening morning, We stopped at the ritzy grocery store to pick something up in South Florida. Well, there's bands that play at the grocery store. And we're walking around. This lady says, I love the outfit. And it's camouflage. And she said, camouflage? What are you doing? And I said, well, we're turkeys. She said, there's turkeys in Florida? I was like, yeah. So, and then we actually ended up going and dining on Fifth Avenue in Naples, which is Rodeo Drive. So where else can you go and shoot a turkey and then have fine in the evening? So it's really kind of like the perfect fun trip. So that's mine.
You're already living yours. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Okay.
I really want to go on like a spot and stalk. So that would be, and Western Kansas has muleys, and I would love to maybe hunt a mule deer and be out more in the open and have a chance to maybe spot and stalk and see what I'm made of.
Like it. I like it. Go ahead, Alexis. I know you're thinking something. Go for it. I can see the wheels spinning.
Mine would probably be going to South Africa and hunting. That's always been my dream.
Really?
I actually had one of my friends, she's a travel nurse too. She just went, she took her son for graduation, and she gave me all the information, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go. And, like, that's my one dream, is just to go to South Africa and hunt.
You need to get a hold of Tess Talley. That woman's there all the time. She can give you every pointer and tip you need.
That's what I want to do.
I think that's awesome. We had Tess on last year, and she showed all her safari hunts. Oh, I think that's cool. Again, lions, right? Little scary, and you ladies have zero fear. Zero.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead, Pam.
I would have to say I'd like to be able to go back out Montana. I was out there once, but didn't go out to hunt, just to visit a friend. So they have antelope out there. They have just things that we don't have over here in Pennsylvania. So just anything, boar hunting, anything exotic that isn't my norm here.
I like them all. I'm not gonna lie, because I would do any of them and say that's a dream of mine.
Yeah.
As a single dad with 3 kids, we don't leave PA. I don't leave PA often. My one daughter plays travel softball. I have so much money invested into that. It's very tough.
Been through that. My kids are grown, and yeah, the travel softball, baseball, all that.
She goes to Pitt this year. Hopefully she's gone. She got to go.
I coached it for years. I know all about that.
I keep telling her, I'm like, you got to go, man. You got to go. I'm waiting. Daddy needs more hunting time. I actually hunt a lot. So I have a really dumb question for you. So I'm going to throw this out there because it's something I absolutely love to do. And it's hunting. And Chris finally got to experience it this weekend. Have you ladies ever crow hunted?
No.
I know I actually listen for the crows when I think I've got one down, but never hunted crows. It seems like bad luck or something. I don't know why I think that, but I don't know.
You just explained my deer season. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Because I had the worst deer season of my entire life.
Oh, yeah, it happens though.
That definitely, Kelly just summed it all up in one. Stop shooting crows. I will tell you that it's one of the funnest things. Yeah, it's one of the funnest things I've ever done. Somebody talked me into it a year ago, and I said, that's dumb. What idiot would crow hunt? And that's exactly how I said it. And now, ladies, I'm that idiot.
Is it challenging? I know they're super smart and they can actually learn and then adjust. If I'm correct.
Yes. So it's like turkey hunting. It really is. To me, it's like turkey hunting. So you go full camo, right? It matters if you're hidden, not hidden. If they see you, you're done. Chris experienced that in our first set. If they see you, they're gone. They send a lookout. So your first bird to fly in is you're going to rat you out. Okay. If you are not prepared, adios, it's gone. You ain't seeing none of them. And you just put a couple decoys out in a call. Again, just like your crow hunting, except for, we were allowed to use electronic call here You can't do that in turkey hunt season. And you just sit and hope like heck it works. I've had over 500 go over top of me already, and it is cool. But then I've had, had them laugh at me and give me the wing as they went by. So it's just like turkey hunting. At least you know what I'm talking about. It's just like turkey hunting.
Yeah, the interesting thing is I've heard that they think that the crows have taken is what's affecting the wild turkey population, that they'll eat eggs. So I could see where it would be a good thing to do too. And a lot of places are saying that huge population in crows. So that would be a fun thing to do too.
I would recommend if he's ever got the opportunity just to try it once. Even though, Kelly, I don't want to have your bad luck.
Hey, I'll do it.
I would recommend trying it once.
So call me about it. We'll go.
All right, we're in. Pam's not too far, a couple hours, so we can make that happen.
Yeah.
Find the crows.
I think that's incredible. So what's your guys' plans moving forward from where we're at with ladies in the outdoors? I always say guys, and I'm so sorry. It's not personal. I want to hit myself every time I say it. It's ladies, and I apologize. You deserve that title, ladies. What's your plans moving forward with women's in the outdoors? Your ladies in the outdoors. I have to know. Like, there's got to be something you have planned next. Your big adventure, maybe a meeting.
Well, like for me, I had mentioned that. Oh, sorry, Lisa. But I had mentioned that Scent Thief had gotten a hold of me about pro staffing and helping represent them a little bit, and I'm super excited about maybe getting into the industry a little bit and having some opportunities there. And I think there will be opportunities with the Ladies in the Outdoors group as the year goes on. They've told us that things will come up over the next few months. They even mentioned, and I don't know if any of you ladies were interested in this. It's a hard no for me, but they had mentioned that they work with the History Channel's producers alone, and if anybody was interested, to let them know. And so I think we'll see a lot of opportunities and ways to represent as the year unfolds.
Lisa, you had your hand up before Kelly.
Yeah, that's okay. So as far as plans for the future, I, of course, will do whatever they want me to do as far as representing the ladies in outdoors. But for me, it's just the person that got me for the outdoors was my father, who he lived a short life. So to me, it's doing as much as I can, what I can. I'm going to hunt as much as I can. I'm going to fish as much as I can. I'm going to continue to enjoy it. I'm the happiest I've ever been doing what I love. So that's what I'm going to do.
Sounds pretty cool to me. How about Lexus or Pam?
Pretty much what Lisa said, like just continue to do the opportunities that Lady in the Outdoors has presented us, and then just checking things off my bucket list.
So that's kind of more the big thing, ladies. You're looking to check off that big bucket list and share the stories through pictures. It looks like you do a lot more pictures than stories. Now I do see there's different stories and things on there, but it looks to me like you guys share a lot of photos. Is that your mojo, your go-to to share what goes on? Or any of you shooting YouTube videos or anything like that?
I've had a lot of people tell me to, and never really got into it, but a lot of people just like, you guys have got something with how much you do in the outdoors. I just never really got into it yet. I guess it's something to learn.
I'll go. I am actually filming a lot of my hunts from this fall forward. After talking to Scent Thief, they want I use it, and so anytime I can show it in action and show my hunts and the encounters that I'm having, I got a Tacticam, like the little one that I can put in a tree. I struggle with it, but we've come to an understanding finally. So I'm filming a little bit, which is actually like something I saw myself doing. That's been kind of fun. And I was never big on Insta, but I actually kind of revamped my Instagram account, and I post a lot of that stuff there. And I make a lot of reels and try to entertain people a little bit with it too. And that's been fun. So
I do the same.
mhm.
I'm sitting out in the woods enjoying nature. I've usually got my camera rolling. See a doe coming. You're not looking for a doe. Film them just so that people can enjoy what I'm enjoying and seeing nature at its best, just in its own and habitat.
And I think that's been really fun because now that I'm filming, I've caught so many other cool things. I'll catch, deer close range and all of that. But I've also caught coyotes running right underneath me and bobcats and, an armadillo, which, are kind of invasive where I'm at. But getting a lot of other cool things while I'm out filming deer hunting. So that's been really cool.
If I have to be honest, I've learned that in my own experiences. So I run a GoPro in my head, and it's funny because it seems like the moment the GoPro dies is when something cool happens. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I was rabbit hunting Saturday, and the dogs took a rabbit a mile, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the GoPro off, check the battery." I no sooner pulled it off my head, and a rabbit ran by me. So it is a tough thing to do. It really is. It is super tough. The fact that you're even trying it, I commend you for, because I know my own experiences. I throw way more footage away than I will ever keep.
And I've screwed up a couple times where I was actually fumbling with this camera, trying to mount it in the tree, and I heard a doe blow behind me, and I was like, ah, because I'm up there, moving around and not still, and I've been caught a couple times mounting the camera, and then something will step out, and I've got to freeze, and I'm not set up, and so it takes a lot to make it work.
I run a Tacticam 5.0 on my crossbow or my bow. I usually don't. I'll use it on a 22, but I don't do anything with big calibers. It shakes too hard. And I mount it right to the scope. Have you ever done that?
Yes, I have one that my crossbow. Yep.
I want to replay that shot.
I'm gonna have to show you the easiest way to mount one. It's $8, simplest way possible to mount a Tacticam to your scope.
Okay.
I'll send you a link. I'll tell you what, they make all these cool mounts for all this money, and you can throw them all in the garbage. I hate them, but this way I love.
Great.
So I'll send you a link, Kelly. I definitely think you'll like the way that works out.
Yeah, that's great.
Because I have a couple.
Go ahead. Sorry, Lisa. Go ahead.
I was just saying, send me the link also, because I have a couple of Tacticams that I've won and I've never hooked them up yet. They're still in the box.
So what I found with Tacticam is when you mount it to it shakes a lot. And when you follow up a shot in any situation, and you ladies hunting can agree or disagree, please feel free to jump in, that you're supposed to follow your shot, right? So if you shoot with a bow or you shoot with a gun, you're supposed to stay on your target, watch it through the scope, never take your face off. Well, I get a bad habit, and I'm sure we all do. We get a little excited, and we end up moving off. Well, then what you're doing flutters a little bit, so you kind of miss that little bit you were after. That's what I found with Tacticam myself. Anybody else have a different experience in that?
Nope, same experience as you. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not the only one. So the cool part is we made it an hour. I don't know if you guys realize that, but we made it an hour. It's a lot of fun. And again, I'm okay with going over an hour. But before we go any farther, I'm going to ask this because I think every viewer needs to hear this from everybody's own opinion. It is what I ask every single woman that has ever been on this show, whether it be during our season or off. And what would be your advice to get another woman or child or, anyone? I'm going to go with anybody, but I'm going to stress women or ladies to get involved in the outdoors. What would you say to them to try to persuade them or give them the motivation?
I'll go. So with children, it's good to just keep things with Easy, short. You don't want to keep them too long. Make sure you have snacks, things like that. With women, kind of the same thing. We do like snacks.
Okay.
Don't make it too hard. But I mean, I've had friends that I've wanted to take before, taken friends that have before, and it's just have fun with it. So it's just not too much stress. You're gonna spook something at some point and just laugh at it, carry on.
Go ahead, Kelly. I see your hand going.
I got one. I got an answer for this. I would say start small. I think sometimes when we look at what everybody is doing, especially what we post online and what you see other hunters doing, that's some of our best moments. It's stuff that we've worked up to, and so it might look overwhelming to somebody just dabbling or wanting to get into outdoors. And so start small. You don't have to go spend a bunch of money to get the brand, the expensive ammo and the most expensive weapons. Start small, find something that speaks to you, and just build from there. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be some crazy adventure right off the bat. So figure it out as you go.
Well, you're all good advice. Go ahead. Give Lexus or Pam. Give me your. I gotta hear it. I love everybody has their own opinion in this.
I'll go. Mine would be just don't compare yourself to others. I mean, everybody has their own niche, and you kind of got to find it whenever you're hunting. I mean, some of the hunting that we do down south is not the same hunting that you do up north. So, I mean, I think some people may compare and be like, oh, well, I'm not doing that, so I need to quit hunting. So that'd probably be mine, is just don't compare yourself and think that you're not good or you're not successful because you're not doing what somebody else is.
Love it. Go ahead, Pam. You're next. I can see it. You got it. You got it going.
Well, I think with anything, you've got to be able to have that like interest in it. So if I have two kids, neither of them had any interest. So get them interested. Kids nowadays, I don't think there's as many kids hunting, at least I don't feel, as there was at my young age coming into it. And so I think that, the parents need to have more time to spend with their kids, get them more involved, get them interested in it. And I think naturally, if they get an interest in it, then they'll enjoy it a lot more than, well, dad wants me to go out or mom wants me to go out. I guess I got to go out with them. So, but my son's now 28, and let me tell you, he and I go to the shooting range together, and he's getting into it now. So wasn't something that I forced on him. He just grew into it. So
That's incredible you say that. My daughter said she's going to go to Pitt this year. This is the first year that she has said, Dad, I'm going crossbow hunting. I'm going leaving right after school. And I'll be like, what? Come on. But she did. She hunted her little butt off this year. I was so proud of her. Like she'd come home leave it dark. I'd come up and I'd be like, wow, all that time in the woods has really sparked her. And that's great advice, because if you just start that little bit of spark in anybody, just that little tiny spark, you can light a flame that will burn forever.
mm-hmm.
And I think these all have a fantastic piece of advice there. And I think that matters a whole lot. So I have to ask, first impressions, when he's all jumped on here, what did you think when you seen each other and heard each other for the first time?
I think it was pretty cool to see everybody.
Yeah.
Wish there would have been more of us that we could all just intertwine. I think we need to actually all get together and do a Zoom like this together and just chat with each other. I think this is awesome.
That would be fun.
I think I was a little nervous, and then as soon as I got on, I heard, I got to overhear a couple conversations with folks that were on there before me, and I was like, I got this. These folks are going to be easy. So, good first impression for sure.
Lexus, you made it. You made a special out of work jump on here. All right. I again, Harry, I thought honestly, I don't know if you threw your car or what you were doing, but it was rough when you first jumped. I knew you were in a hurry to get here. What was your first impression? Like when you jumped on and realized the ladies that got on here, because I mean, let's face facts, none of us really knew who was getting on, right? We talked to Faith and it started at 8 and dwindled to 3. And then, hey, Alexis is at work. She's getting on, I swear. It was funny because I thought it was great that so many wanted to be involved, even though they couldn't. And I love it. So what was your first, like when you get on and realize what ladies were here and what wasn't, what was your first impression? Look, she's shutting the light off. She's like, I'm done with him. He's done.
Lights out. Nervousness, really. But I mean, I was kind of overwhelmed to get there on time and get out of work on time. But I mean, nervous. But then after we started talking, the nerves kind of went away. Thought it was a good first impression. It was really cool to hear everybody's stories.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love that I'm part of. I got to say this. I love that Chris and I are part of you ladies actually first. I can't say seeing each other because, dear God, you see each other all the time through social media and what goes on. But being part of your first conversation together, I think that's really cool. Like you guys made my day. I didn't realize that. I really didn't. I knew you were all part of the group and I knew you were all part of something special, but I didn't realize that we were part of that. So I have to personally thank yous and Faith, and I will thank Faith that he's allowed us to be part of this. This is really cool.
Well, thank you for having us too.
And brought us together. So that's great.
So it's amazing. Chris, do you have any last questions?
No, I think we pretty much covered. I just want to say thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. It's just been fun. I know I pop in and I'm the stupid one, but yeah, I just thought it was fun.
Can't deal with him. I can't. He always got something to throw in there. Stupid, dopey, whatever. God, I love him. How about you ladies? I always ask before we go, do you have anything that you would say to somebody? I don't care. I don't care if it's your dad, honestly. Do you have anything you want to say to somebody out there? Maybe a thank you or some advice before you would go. Oh, he put you on the spot, Pam. That was, he called you out. Look, Chris put you right on the spot.
Wasn't on purpose this time.
just get out there and try it. If you've never done it, you don't know if you like it or not. Just get out there, just sit and enjoy nature at first. And then once you see that big buck coming through that woods, maybe you get that adrenaline going. Maybe that'll give you the clue that maybe this is something you want to do. Maybe you want to try this. So pulling that trigger for the first time is something that I remember as a child. And I say child, 12 years old. That's when I was allowed to start hunting back then. So, it's not for everybody, but just get out there and enjoy nature no matter what it is.
Anybody else? Chris, do you want to call anybody else out and just throw them big on the screen quick?
I have a question for Chris.
Oh, Chris, you're getting called out.
Oh,
how are you?
I know that you said you hate fishing or you don't like fishing, but have you ever tried bow fishing? I mean, it's kind of like hunting. It's just a little more challenging.
I didn't try that. I know Ben went a couple months ago and he broke a bow within 30 seconds. Honest to God, happened. Sure, swear to God. So yeah, no, I haven't had the chance to do that. Now I do like deep sea, like the in the bay kind of a thing. So yeah. that I'm into, but lake extreme, I don't care.
I think you should try the bow fishing. I think you'd like that one.
Have to give it hell.
But I do want to say thank you to Ladies and Outdoor for the opportunity and to y'all for having us on here.
Well, we super appreciate you, Alexa, and you taking time out of your work schedule and your day to be part of this with us. How about anybody else? Got anything else you want to leave some words of wisdom or say, Lisa, go for it.
Well, I just want to say to anybody that it's never too late to get started with anything. I didn't start hunting and fishing again until 10 years ago when I was 40. So it's something that's just never made me feel more alive. So it's never too late. Like life didn't feel that great then, and just kind of found myself again with it. So I absolutely love it. And just want to thank Larry, my fiance, because he's always uplifted me and me realize I can do whatever, and has always, told me to do whatever I wanted to. Made sure that we got to do every opportunity. But thank you guys for having us on, and I want to thank the ladies outdoors also for putting everything together for us.
Again, thank you very much. Lisa, you and I have talked off of here a couple of times, but again, I kept getting names. I was a little nervous. I'm like, I don't know if we're getting 10, 8, 4, 3. So it was really cool I was so grateful we got 4 years out of the 8. So I am super grateful and I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Callie, you want to leave us with anything?
Yeah. I want to thank the ladies in the outdoors, of course, because they're exposing us to so much opportunity, and we get to share our stories and passions with so many people. And I, thank you to all the people in my family who support me and put up with not seeing me in the fall, and all of my students, they were super supportive, but also to the people out there that we don't know that are building us up. I think, online, people have been really great, which is you're putting yourself out there for sure. There's been men, women, everybody has been really wonderful. So I think just keep building people up like that, because that's been wonderful.
Awesome. Well, ladies, I am going to say for the last time, thank you very much. And before you guys go, I'd like to take just 1 second and say a prayer with you. And at the end of it, Chris can cut us out and we'll call our thing. But I'm sorry, I got to pull my bald head out. I can't say a prayer with that on. But I would like to end in prayer and bless what you ladies are doing. So, dear Father, we come to you and we thank you for the opportunity to meet these wonderful ladies and be a part of what they're doing. But Lord, we ask that you bless them. You bless the lady in the outdoors with what they're doing, and we ask that you keep their adventures wonderful. Keep the love of what they're doing inside of them. And Lord, they do these fundraisers and events to help these. And I pray that you bless that and you bless all of what they do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much, ladies, for your time.
Thank
God bless
you.
every one of you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Have a
thank
great night.
All right.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.